Hi guys, Olive here today with none other than my own mother.
Hi everybody.
It's Mother's Day, so I thought that we would have a chat with my mom.
Yeah.
About books, about life, about some dark things.
Oh dear.
I thought maybe we would start off with talking about my channel a little bit. When did I first tell you? Do you remember when I first told you that I was going to do this?
Oh, probably a couple years ago.
Well, it's been a couple years, so that would make sense.
Yeah, probably.
What did you think when I first told you?
Well, I didn't really understand it.
Mom, I'm going to talk about books on YouTube. What do you
Like,
think?
what? So, until I watched it, I didn't really understand it. And then I saw you on there and I thought, wow, she's so good. She's so articulate and so well spoken and so well read. Why not share this with other people? So I thought it was a great idea, and I really enjoyed watching, you know, the first ones that I saw. I don't know if they were your first ones, but the ones that I saw.
I know you don't watch all of them.
No.
No.
I know, but when I'm missing you a lot, especially like just missing hearing your voice or seeing your pretty face, something like that, then I'll be like, this would be a good time to watch one of your videos. Or you will have told me about one of them, and I kind of check it out then.
Yeah, when they're like specifically something I think you might enjoy watching, I'll tell you.
Yeah,
but I know you don't watch all of them.
No.
Yeah, the one on cannibalism I didn't think you were going to particularly enjoy.
Ha.
Like drunk and cannibalism. I mean, you have to be a specific type.
It probably would have been fun though, the drunk part anyway.
It was. It was to do. The drunk ones are always fun to do.
We maybe went to a meadery earlier today.
We did. We went to, I think, the one and only meadery in Pittsburgh.
Oh.
I don't know of any other meaderies. I know of a
I did not know that.
cidery. There's a place that makes cider that I think has 2 different locations in Pittsburgh. But this is the only place that makes mead.
I didn't know that.
And this is the, what was this? The peach apricot.
Apricot, yes.
Peach apricot
It was
variety.
our favorite.
It was the favorite of the flight,
of
that we
5.
got. It was really good.
I got 2 bottles
It
to go
is
home.
really good, yeah.
My husband's
I'm
still-
working my way through mine because I live here, so I can go back and spend way too much money on honey wine anytime I want.
Yeah.
So, of the videos you've watched of mine, am I the same? Am I the same on camera?
Pretty
as I
much.
am? Pretty much?
Pretty much.
What's different?
Well, when you're on camera, I think you know you're on camera, so
As you know right now?
yeah.
Welcome.
So you do. Thanks. you are going to have probably a little bit more of a presentation than if you were just a normal everyday, you know, talking. But if you know you're on camera, then yeah, you're probably going to be a little more up, a little more spirited.
The line. A little more poised.
Yeah, the level of expectation has to be a little higher.
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah.
putting yourself out on the internet.
Yeah,
So you
so
want to make sure it's a little more polished.
but not a lot. There's not a lot of difference between what I see when I watch one of your videos than when I'm with you.
I would cheers you, but you decided not to bring an adult beverage. You've
did.
made a huge mistake.
I clearly see that now.
This is why it's nice to have one.
But I can always take a
It's
sip of
true.
hers, right?
It's true. We share things.
she-
We're a mother-daughter pair. So, I thought since we are here on Mother's Day, on a BookTube channel, I thought we would discuss reading a little bit.
Okay.
When did you first become a reader?
Oh my goodness. As a young girl. I don't remember what age that was, but one of my memories is getting the Highlights magazine. Highlights. I know, like really.
Was it a highlight of your childhood?
It was. The Highlights magazines they had little stories in them, which I loved, and little puzzles and finding the hidden objects.
Yes, the finding the hidden objects. Those were always
Still
my
love to
favorite.
do that, by the way. Some parts of me, if I go into the
Stealing
dentist.
them from children in the dentist, like
The
I will
dentist
find that.
office, if that puzzle hasn't been done, I am there to do it. And then Beverly Cleary was probably my favorite author.
We had a dog accidentally named after Beverly
Yes,
Cleary.
it was Henry Huggins was the book, but I somehow, in my not so perfect memory, it was Henry Higgins, and so the dog we got when she was a year old was named Higgins after that book that was mistaken, but that's okay. because he was really cute, and Higgins fit him better than Huggins.
Higgins really did fit him.
Yeah, so those are some of my earlier memories. Not that anybody in my immediate family were really big into reading, but
No.
I always enjoyed going to the library in school and in the summers. Just always, it takes you to a different place, and when you're raised in a community like I was raised in, it's kind of nice to be in a different place.
Small rural town.
Yeah.
Do you think that inspired you to go to college? To be the first person in the family?
The reading,
Being attracted to reading and attracted to learning, do you think that?
Oh, yes. And I don't, usually you can say, oh, my sister or my mother or somebody, but I can't really think of anybody in particular who
inspired you to read?
Yeah. It was just something that I really enjoyed.
Yeah. No one knows actually what you do. You want to talk very briefly about what you do? What you have done?
What I have done, 22 years in special education, teaching mostly at the high school level, teaching students with mild to moderate learning disabilities, mild to moderate MR, and now I'm currently working with students on the autism spectrum, and mostly helping them to develop skills where they're able to become as independent as possible as adults, and maybe have jobs that help to support themselves, and life skills so that they can cook and clean and do their banking and everything like that. So
things that go into a life.
Yeah. So that they are not excluded from what, society calls kind of everyday living, and having a job and maybe even a family at some point in time, and being contributing members of our society. And what makes them so special sometimes is they're really not that much different than what we call normal. But I've always just found that very rewarding, and some way or another I've loved every student that I've worked with, and hopefully
some good stories from those students.
Yeah.
Some good stories.
Lots of good laughs and good memories, and hopefully I made a tiny difference in somebody's life. That would bring me great joy as I go through my next year. So it's
you have.
I hope so. I hope so.
You have.
Yeah.
Well, I've gotten to meet. It's been a real pleasure to be able to meet some of the kids you work with.
Yeah, they're
characters.
Characters.
Do they enjoy reading? Because some of them it would have been very difficult.
Yeah.
If they did not have the aptitude.
For some of them, it was a point of frustration.
Yeah.
And they would rather not.
And any kid, like even kids who are not special education, if something is difficult for them, they don't enjoy it as much.
No.
And many kids that I went to school with, they didn't enjoy reading because it was more difficult. Mm-hmm. So I feel like it kind of comes naturally or doesn't.
Yeah.
But it can be enjoyable for anyone. It just takes kind of the right instruction, I feel like.
And sometimes it takes getting out of school and being able to read what you like instead of being told what to read and how to read it, and then you have to write about it, and it's very stressful. School's a little bit more structured than maybe what some students can handle, but once they're out, they can develop some of their own interest and read their preferences, and then I think they probably become better readers because of that.
I know a lot of people that I hear about on BookTube, and myself included, reading is not as fun if it's assigned.
No, it's not.
It's not. There are plenty of books that now I have gone back and reread that I was supposed to have read in school. I don't know if you know, I didn't read them.
And it's
I didn't read them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to break it to you.
Yeah.
I didn't read them.
Well, you would tell me sometimes, I really don't like this book.
I just Wuthering Heights, struggle. Some other ones I can give or take.
Was not into the school that I grew up in.
Yeah, what did they make you read?
Did not, Of Mice and Men.
Okay, some Steinbeck.
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
okay.
And I do remember really enjoying that one.
Good. Mm-hmm. Ever go back to any other Steinbeck?
Yes.
Yeah?
What are some other ones?
Grapes.
Yeah, we read that one. Yeah.
East of Eden?
I don't think we read that.
I didn't make it through East of Eden. I've mentioned a couple of times, specifically on the videos that I do where I talk about the Christmas presents I'm getting people, I talk a little bit about your taste in fiction. Would you like to expand?
Well, they're not just fiction. Some of them are nonfiction, and they are accounts of people from their memory banks of them surviving the Holocaust, and then memoirs, putting it down, usually at the encouragement of a family friend or a family member, because if they had to do it just themselves, they probably wouldn't write about it.
It's probably very difficult for them.
So I think they've,
to say the least,
a lot of the individuals who did survive, I think, were encouraged by a family member or, like I said, a friend, to put it in some type of a memoir, because it's worth having down on paper.
We will very soon be without them.
Yes.
The people who
because
lived through that.
It just, I personally can't believe that it ever happened. It is so crazy to me that we allowed that as a nation, as a global community to knowingly allow things like that, to not go in and do something sooner. It's still just, I can't get over it. But to know now that what they went through, and not to remember it, and not to feel lucky for the freedoms and the luxuries that we have, I think that's a real sin, and I just don't want to ever take things for granted. Not that it's pleasant to read, but it's a human experience, and for them to be able to live through it and to talk about it, I just think is amazing.
I have talked a little bit about your particular interest in reading about the Holocaust. Is it just the Holocaust, or is it all of World War II?
I do like all of World War II, and the kind of, how should I say, the Americana experience that was going on as all those people got shipped off to war. How
Rosie
many,
the Riveter.
yes, just a complete change in culture for men and women and families in the United States.
What other types of books besides just Holocaust and World War II? You're taking it lighter.
Self-help books.
I know you like those.
Spirituality books. Inspirational. Yes. Sometimes just a good beach read, something light.
Chick lit.
Yeah, even murder mystery. I like that too. Haven't read a lot of that, but that's something that just to have the suspense there. It's kind of, there's not, I don't know.
Page turners.
Yes.
Page turners are good.
Keep me up late at night. Can't put my book down. Yeah, any good book.
You're a big right before bed reader. I'm gonna go retire with my book. Good night. We're done.
Yeah, I'm done here now.
I know you're a big fan of All the Light We Cannot See.
And All the Light We Cannot See.
Would you consider that your favorite book? What would be your favorite book be? That would be
most
close?
Recently, that definitely.
I know you love that one.
I love
I mean, it
that
won all sorts of awards. Lots of people love that book.
Love that book. I'm going to read it again.
What about favorite ones that I've made you read or suggested that you read?
Well, the only one that I can think of right now that you suggested was the Sex, Lies, and Handwriting.
Yeah.
Which I've always been interested in handwriting analysis and what this little slope means when you go this way or a backhand this.
Or if it looks like a noose.
Yeah.
Run
as fast as you can from that person.
Yes, Michelle Dresbold. I did a whole interview with the author of that book that I then
really
pushed on my mother. I will link that in the description box below if you'd like to see me talk with the amazing Michelle Dresbold. She was so wonderful to talk to.
And supposedly is working on
she has some other projects.
New book or something like that. So
Yeah.
I'll be anxious to hear what she has. But that was I really enjoyed that. If you have any interest at all in handwriting analysis.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how you could not have interest in that. But
yeah, I would like to not know about myself via my handwriting. Thank you. Not interested.
Yeah.
Who says that?
I'll be signing my name to something. I'll be like,
what does this mean?
What that means there.
I have pushed now Being Mortal on you by Atul Gawande. Famous surgeon from Boston since we have had this loss in our family recently, that you read that, especially since you're interested in elder care and what life is like for elderly people when they reach the point where they're not able to be as independent as they once were. I know that's something you've always been interested in, so I was very adamant that you read that. I've been adamant on my channel in general that everyone read that book, but I think that you specifically will take a lot out of that.
I think I'll really enjoy, maybe not enjoy, but
enjoy
really
might not be
find
the right
it,
word.
yeah,
Find it valuable.
Valuable, beneficial in the long run. As I get older, I've, I guess, just found it interesting how our society views our older population. I think, I don't know for sure, but I think some people view our older population as kind of, well, they're all done, they don't really have that much value.
They're not young and beautiful. And
if you're not young, beautiful, making money, spending money, you know, just kind of done, and let's just kind of put them
to the side
in the corner somewhere in a home or whatever, and we'll go visit them on a holiday or something like that. I wish we had an attitude, maybe a couple generations before us saw their older population as really valuable members of the family, if not the community, and contributed hopefully valuable information and wisdom. Maybe the younger population feels that there's nothing to be handed down anymore because of
our technology.
Yeah.
Atul Gawande talks about that a lot, is that when wisdom was hard to get before the internet, before information was so easily accessible, that the older people were the source of that wisdom. But now that you click a few buttons and everything's at your fingertips, it's not as valued.
Yeah.
But you can't, I don't care what anybody says, you can't get the type of wisdom off of the internet that you can from someone who's had lived experiences.
Life experiences still have got to be the best teacher, the best way to get your information, and just best way to get through life, I think, is to maybe listen to somebody who's tried it, who's done it, who's traveled it, who's experienced it.
I would like to think that when my generation gets old, that we would still want to feel valued and heard, and that our experiences aren't something that you can just press a few buttons and get off of a computer, that it means a little bit more than that.
I hope
because it's a lived life and not just a Wikipedia article. Not that that's not valuable, but it's not the same.
There's nothing that can take the place of sitting down with someone who's maybe 2 generations older than you and hearing a life story of something that they went through. And there's no other way of experiencing that. And you certainly can't get that from a computer screen, no matter how long you click.
No.
It's just not going to be there.
That is something unique that books can give us, is that person can write down their experiences and share it with more people than they normally would.
Yeah. Right.
And they might be able to do that over the computer too, but I feel like it's more intimate coming from a page and putting it in something bound that this is something I'm giving to you. It's almost like an heirloom.
Yes. And it can be. Books can be handed down. They're real. They're it's hard copy. It's something that you
tactile.
can take and feel and touch and smell. I like smells.
She does. She sniffs books in public.
And magazines.
So to conclude, would you agree that reading is important? Yeah. Do you think I read a lot?
Yeah, but I wish I knew exactly how much. If I spent more time with her, if we spent more time together, then I would know more about how much she reads.
How many books do you think I've read this year?
This year, okay, we're into May. I would say
I will jump in at this juncture and say I'm not exactly where I want to be.
Well, we never are.
True.
Right. I'm going to go with 11.
Close to 30.
Just since January?
Just since January.
30.
30.
Whoa. See, I spend near enough time with her.
We don't live in the
Maybe
same
this is
town
why
anymore.
we don't spend enough time.
Oh, because I'm too busy reading.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of audiobooks at double speed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Double speed.
At double speed. Thank you very much, Mom. For being a part of this Mother's Day, somewhat bookish, somewhat not discussion.
Yeah.
You've made your YouTube debut. How do you feel?
Like, I don't know if I want to do it again.
Well, in any event, this was fun. Fun to learn about your very specific taste in reading.
And it's pretty wide variety of
It is.
my interests, I guess.
It is, but I mean, you see the shelves behind you.
Yeah. But there is a lot of
like
Russia,
not Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have I made you interested at all in Russia?
No.
No. No.
It's not an interest of mine.
To be fair, you have enough interest as it is.
I do.
You have plenty of things to occupy your time.
Always glad to listen to you talk about it, but for myself, no.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
At least I'm honest.
That's true. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers.
We love you.
And all of you with mothers. Go wish your mother a very happy Mother's Day.
Give her a kiss and a hug. Tell her you love her.
She needs it.
Yes.
Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful Mother's Day. And I will see you in the next video. My mom won't be there, but you'll get over it.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you guys.